take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there for KC.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
This is your boy, theophilus0722's. Thank you for watching. I haven't been online so far for a long-ass time playing rain games. And this is the first rain game of the year for me. And he's about to get that smoke!
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Ray McLeod to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Big Ben first and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Yo!
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Yo.
On the other side, how will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, you give up a lot of momentum, you get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that,
you need a profile.
Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger.
And start streaming on Twitch.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He'll get this to his tight end, Matt Freiermuth. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at 5.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, 31 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from... point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter.
Could you hear me?
7-7. These two teams are all tied after one.
Yo, could you hear me?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just...
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch your defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. Black 20. Ricky. 7-7.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he gets it down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 24. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now a give. This is McKinnon. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run once more with McKinnon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Well, he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
taking another hit. Fuck it. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. A short kick taken at the 18. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to air one out. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Marvin Jones His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Play action. It's Eason. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Eason sets to throw it. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll get this to Nwangu. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 27. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Peyton Turner in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Down by 8, they say no to the field goal, looking for the end zone on 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quiddy Pay brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there for the Dolphins. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Nwangu, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Eason off the play fake. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Now Eason. Pushes him over. This one swung out to Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's Eason to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Jones has it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action with Jackson. Forced out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
A final shot before break. Eason, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss. The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. With the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun is Eason. And that's complete to Shepard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Eason going to drop the throw for it. Eason gets hit and the ball pops free.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Credit him with a...
20 minutes. I gotta eat something first.
fact, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Tannehill on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RP.
Okay, here we go. The 49ers now on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. Okay, here we go. Washington now on the clock. Now the Dolphins are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. The Lions on the clock now. What direction will they go? Okay, next up, it's the Packers on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. All right, it's the Panthers now on the clock. Okay, it's the Rams up now. They're on the clock. The Colts now on the clock. Let's see what they do. And the Chargers now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Chiefs on the clock now. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. The Texans are now on the clock. The Lions on the clock now. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock. The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. It's the Bills now on the clock. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, the Bears are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chiefs. The 49ers on the clock now. What direction will they go? And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. The Vikings are now on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Bengals are on the clock now. The Saints are now on the clock. All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the Cardinals. The football team now on the clock. Let's see what they do. The Cardinals on the clock now. What direction will they go? On the clock now, the Ravens. On the clock now, it's the Rams, and time is ticking. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? On the clock now, it's the Seahawks, and time is ticking. All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock. And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. It's the Cowboys now on the clock. The Chargers now on the clock. All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up. All right, it's now the 49ers' turn. They're up. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. And the Texans now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, on the clock now, the Lions. Okay, it's the Bucks now on the clock. The Raiders on the clock now. What direction will they go? On the clock now, it's the Patriots. The 49ers now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Okay, the Bears are on the clock now. The Ravens are now on the clock. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. And now we turn to the Colts. It's their selection. Okay, here we go. The Vikings on the clock now. All right, the Broncos are now on the clock. The Giants are on the clock now. All right, next up, the Bengals are on the clock. Okay, it's the Saints now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The 49ers now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Giants. And now we turn to the WFT. It's their selection. The 49ers on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Ravens are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, now on the clock, the Rams. The Packers are now on the clock. Okay, the Browns on the clock now. The Panthers now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. The Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Chargers, and time is ticking. All right, the Chiefs are now on the clock. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now. The Falcons are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Panthers. They're on the clock. All right, it's the Browns now on the clock. All right, next up, the Bucks are on the clock. All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're up. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. Okay, the Giants up now. They're on the clock. And the Browns on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go in. The Dolphins now on the clock. All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the Vikings. Now the Broncos are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? On the clock now, it's the Giants, and time is ticking. Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Saints. Okay, the Jaguars are now on the clock. All right, next up, the Titans are on the clock. All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock. All right, next up, the football team on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. Okay, the Ravens are on the clock now. The Broncos are on the clock now. All right, it's now the 49ers' turn. They're up. Now we turn to the Browns. They're on the clock. The Jets now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Cowboys. All right, now on the clock, the Chargers. All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. The Chiefs are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. The Bears are up now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Buccaneers. And now on the clock, it's the Raiders. The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? On the clock now, the Bears. Okay, the Browns on the clock now. The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do. Okay, here we go. The Colts now on the clock. The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in. On the clock now, it's the Broncos, and time is ticking. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Bengals now on the clock. Let's see what they do. it's the Saints now on the clock. On the clock now, the Jaguars. The Titans on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Ravens. And the Rams now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, the Packers are now on the clock. All right, it's the Browns now on the clock. And the Panthers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock. The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go? Okay, the Chargers up now. They're on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Cardinals now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.